This is the story of 1,600 years ago, where we are shown a leader named Solomon Cain in North America who attacks a fort with his ship's crew and kills all the protectors of the fort. And this way, Solomon Cain takes over the fort. Solomon is a very cruel king, and he reaches the room with his people, which is very difficult to cross. There are many windows in which demons live. The yogi pulls almost all the men of Solomon Cain inside. Solomon Cain wants to reach to the place where the throne is, i.e. where the throne of the king is. He moves ahead and reaches to the room of the king. When he enters the room, the door automatically closes. Solomon sees that the king has died, and then a black shadow comes which comes and sits on the king's throne. Actually, he came to take the soul of Solomon with him because Solomon has killed many people here without mercy. He has committed many sins. That's why he has come to take the soul of Solomon to the devil. Now he starts attacking Solomon, but before he could kill him, he jumps out of a window and runs away. And 1 year later, we are shown a church in England where Solomon was. Solomon donated all his money and loot to the church. Actually, after that incident, when his soul was about to be given to the devil, he has completely changed. He has become a good human being now, so that after his death, he is not taken to hell but to heaven. One day, the church priest comes to him and says, "I had a dream last night where I saw that your destination is not to stay here, but your destination is something else. That's why you should leave this church. Only then you will get salvation." And now Solomon leaves this place and goes to the place where he spent his entire childhood. But on the way, they beat Solomon badly, and now that Solomon has become a good person, he doesn't hit him. And those robbers beat Solomon so much that he becomes unconscious. And when Solomon opens his eyes, he is in a car in which a family is going towards the west. There is a girl named Meredith in front of Solomon, and she is taking care of him. Actually, when those robbers left Solomon to die, this family saved him. Now on the way, they set up their camp at one place to spend the night. And when Solomon is sleeping here, he has a childhood dream where his elder brother is harassing a girl. Solomon stops him, because of which there is a lot of noise between them. Solomon accidentally pushes his brother down. He falls down and dies. After this, Solomon opens his eyes. He goes to Meredith's father and tells him the whole truth of his life. He tells him that I was not a good person. My soul is not pure. But now I have completely accepted the truth. I want to purify my soul. Meredith's father says that you will do this one day. Just never leave the path of goodness. Solomon sees that the family of Meredith is very good, so he soon gets along with them. Solomon moves forward with this family and reaches a tribe which is completely burnt. There is only one girl there, who is a girl, and they keep her with them. They ask her, "What happened to you here?" She says that a witch was brought here and everyone wanted to burn her and to see her death. Everyone around her was burnt to death. Meredith's mom feels bad about this, and she tells her that she should pray for all of them who were killed, but that girl refuses to pray. Solomon suspects that girl, so he takes his cross and takes it to her. And in the next moment, that girl comes in her real form. Actually, that girl was not a human but a witch. She was a devil. She puts a mark on Solomon's hand and says that your weight is being done by the devil. And then she leaves from here. Solomon doesn't understand what the mark on her hand means. Anyway, these people continue their journey, and after going ahead, Solomon finds a gang of robbers, whose leader is Malachi, is the leader of the army. He is a priest of the devil. He is wearing a mask. All his army is under his control. Malachi and his people see the family of Meredith. They catch Meredith's brother and put him on the knife's point. Solomon reaches there. He tells that man not to kill the child. But on Malachi's order, Meredith's brothers are killed. Solomon gets angry. He looks at the sky and breaks his vow, in which he had taken a vow not to pick up the sword. He kills many people of Malachi. Then he goes to Meredith's father, who was taking his last breath. He says, "My daughter, save Meredith." Solomon takes a vow to save her. Then he picks up his weapon and sits on the horse and starts chasing the people of Malachi. He kills many more people. But Malachi's people take Meredith with them and leave. Solomon keeps searching for Meredith for many days. One day he reaches a very old church. Church's father attacks him first because he thinks he is a devil. But soon he finds out that he is a good man. After that, he takes Solomon to the basement of the church. There he has kept many people who are not in their own. Actually, Malachi has made them all devil because he is a priest of devil. Because he has many powers, but church's father has kept many of his people in the prison. Solomon quickly understands that the mental condition of the church's father is not good. But before Solomon could understand anything, church's father throws Solomon in the middle of those devils. Now Solomon takes out his sword and kills many demons and comes out of the basement. And then those robbers come in front of him who had robbed him before and made him unconscious. Actually now all of them work for Malachi and they have also become demons. Now they attack Solomon again, but this time they are not able to stand in front of Solomon. And now Solomon catches his leader and asks him, "Where is Meredith?" But he says that Meredith has been killed, and now Solomon is completely broken by this, and throws the leader of these robbers in the same cell from where he came out and where he was a devil. Now Solomon goes to a bar where he starts drinking alcohol. Then a man comes to him who used to work with Solomon. He says that we should fight with Malachi, he is a priest of the devil. We can defeat him, we are ready to work with you again. But Solomon clearly refuses because he was very saddened by the death of Meredith. After a few days, Malachi comes here with his people and attacks the whole village. He hangs many people on the cross and one of them is Solomon. Although Solomon can fight with them, but he has no hope of living in his heart. That's why he hangs on the cross. Next day, a caravan is shown from here which has many slaves, in which there is a Meredith too. Meredith sees Solomon hanging on the bar. She calls out to Solomon, and now Solomon also sees her and understands that Meredith is still alive. And now that's why he wanted to save her and fulfill his promise. That's why he gets rid of his anger. He falls down, but now he is very weak, he could not fight. Now before that, the Malachi's slaves kill Solomon. His old friend comes, who he met in the bar who used to work with him, kills all the people of Malachi and takes Solomon with him. Soon Solomon recovers completely and Ravina finds out that Malachi is in a very old palace of the king, and this palace is not of anyone else but of Solomon's father. Solomon says that I don't even know if my father is alive or not, but now somehow he wants to save Meredith by killing Malachi. So now Solomon enters the palace through the back door with his friends. Again he sees the same witch who came as a child before. Solomon throws a weapon at her from a distance and kills her. But now many of Malachi's slaves come here. Now Solomon and his men fight with them. And in a short time Malachi comes here who is very powerful. He kills many of Solomon's people. Everyone in Solomon's family thinks that he can't face Malachi, that's why he decides to go inside the palace, so that he can save his life. Now Solomon faces Malachi alone, and all his other companions go inside the palace, and later Solomon himself goes inside through a secret door. He first goes to the place where the prisoners were kept. He meets an old man who is none other than Solomon's father. Solomon tries to free his father from the chains, but these were magical chains. He couldn't break them. He apologizes to his father. He says that in his childhood, my brother died because of me, and later I left this place forever. Solomon's father says that your brother didn't die because of you. When he fell down, he was saved. Although his condition was very bad. His whole face was completely ruined. I called many doctors, but no one could cure him. After that, I called a man who made a deal with me instead of curing my son. He made many conditions. I accepted all his conditions without thinking. Now my son was cured, but he was in a dark world. And here we come to know that Malachi is no one but Solomon's elder brother. And the man who cured Malachi is still in this palace. Solomon's father tells him that you have to kill me. Only then you can kill that man. Anyway, Solomon's father wanted to be free. Solomon kills his father even though he didn't want to. After that, he goes to the room where he was the man of the devil. The man who cured Solomon's brother is none other than the same Black Shadow, who tried to take Solomon's soul to the devil. But Solomon ran away from there. But this man, this shadow, has come in front of Solomon again. Solomon tries to attack him with his sword, but that shadow disappears from there like smoke. Solomon sees that Meredith is locked in a cage. After that, Solomon goes to her and breaks the cage's lock. But Malachi comes from behind and attacks Solomon with his sword. Solomon tries to convince him that he is his younger brother and he should live together, but he doesn't listen to him and attacks Solomon again and again. While fighting, Solomon challenges the devil and tells him to come forward if he has the courage. After which the devil's man comes in the form of a human in the form of a black shadow and shows him a mirror which has a big demon inside it. Because this time Satan has sent this demon to bring your soul, which will soon take your soul to Satan. Now Solomon prays to God. He tries to make his brother Malachi understand once again, but he doesn't listen to him. So Solomon has to kill his brother out of helplessness. Is a prisoner. He pours the blood of Meredith on the mirror, which is sacred, and the door of the mirror opens. And now the demon comes out to take the soul of Solomon. He attacks Solomon. Solomon is praying continuously, and he is also trying to escape from him. And then he reaches to the man of Satan who has put Meredith on the tip of the knife. He says, "You leave her. In return, you can take my soul to the devil." The devil's man says that, "Why do you want to sacrifice your soul to save Meredith?" He says that because I had promised her father, after which he takes out his gun and shoots the devil's man. The devil's man and the devil's woman again enter the portal of the mirror from which they came out. Here Solomon is shown who rises a little in the air. And all the bad things he did in his life, he goes with that devil and the devil's man into that portal, which means that all the bad things Solomon did in his life, he finished all those bad things. He has become a good and pious man. Now Solomon becomes unconscious when Solomon comes to his senses. He sees Meredith and she meets Meredith, after which she buries her brother and father's body and sends Meredith to her mom, and she promises herself that she will destroy. And now she starts her new journey. And with this amazing film ends here, friends. If you like this video, then do like and share with your friends, and for more such videos, do subscribe to our channel.